Right. There we go.
All the way. Ugh, that
Alexa,
thing.
tell me a joke.
Save it for the show,
What
Alexa.
position does Kool-Aid Man play in baseball? Relief pitcher. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she threw in the oh yeah. That's great. Feel free to thumb through.
Welcome to the show. There we go. That's what the problem was. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the next hour for the most interactive comedy radio show on the planet called Pipedream, right here on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. Join us live if you're on the audio stream. Go to comedypipe.com. Click on the YouTube link. It's right there. Show 266, January 31st. We're doing it live. Joe Green is here.
Hi.
As always, he's going to be main focus on camera. His sexy ass. You trimmed your beard.
I just let it grow. I got a haircut though, so now I look more European and I have a tiny car. Everything is very good. My name is Lars Johnson.
Jefferson is dog taming. Wow, that's fantastic that headphone cord is that long.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that too.
I was like, he's not going to make it. He made it.
He never heard that before either.
Your cord is so long. We need to figure out what microphone this is so I can turn that down.
This one?
Yeah, that one. That was a perfect test. That was so simple. Dave Canyon has texted me. I don't know where my phone is.
Oh boy,
Dave,
is he pissed off?
I don't know if he's pissed off.
Oh man,
I
hope so.
Do you think Dave is pissed off?
He should be. Has he listened to any of the plugs I've done for him?
I gotta grab my phone real quick so I can check my text.
Mine was just terrible. The last one that I did. It was kind of going like this.
I'm sure it was fine.
No, it was terrible.
What do you mean? We're doing great.
I forgot his name.
That's rough.
Yeah, I was like the kid.
His name is the name of the podcast.
I know. I froze. I couldn't handle
Froze under the bright lights.
Couldn't handle the pressure of Dave Canyon's podcast, the fastest podcast on earth. So far, he's done 6,000 episodes, going 120 miles an hour each way in his Kia Rio, talking about things about life and being pragmatic and wisdom in a general term from a truck driver who's a very smart man.
I'm sure he will tell you that his Kia Rio cannot go 120 miles an hour.
I bet it can. I saw him putting NOS in it once.
I don't know. I'm not buying that at all.
No, you get Rodney King in a second going fast.
I just muted another microphone and it doesn't seem like I muted anybody.
Oops.
Yeah.
Whoops. I think you muted everybody on that one real
I don't
quick.
know what that line goes to anymore. So Dave is listening. He is not pissed off.
Oh, good.
He's probably pretty happy with that promo, but I don't know if he gave the
Joe's
website.
I didn't give any information to get to it. Yeah,
it started off great.
Yeah, it did. We're doing more plugs for Dave because he's listening than us, but it's fine. Hey, Jefferson, how can you reach Dave Canyon?
Well, there's this little website of his. It's davecanyon.com.
No, it's not. We went over this.
It's dumbing it down with Dave.com.
There you go.
See, I was wanting to just make sure 3D was paying attention.
I am paying attention here. It's a good thing the kid isn't here this week because the
Bunny won't shut the hell up.
He's
a loud one. Where's her toy?
I think it's because I'm over here.
That could very well be.
Yeah, that is probably.
She misses her daddy.
But your jacket's down there, so it's kind of like you.
Yeah.
Hey, Kayate.
Oh, I should probably
stop. Yeah, right. Oh man, you know the most obscure movie references. That is those shit. You know Amy from fucking Congo, Bad Gorilla.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Being the most interactive radio show.
You're saying Hayate. What's that mean? It means stop.
I should probably join the chat room because it never seems to work. Like when
it works. No one's in there.
No, Dave King's in there. Well, I should write hi and see if he responds. Actually, can you get by?
Yeah, bring Bunny over there.
All right, can you see this, Dave?
Can you see this, Dave?
All of that, Dave. We'll see if he can
all
see
of this.
And then what I'm going to do, youtube.com/comedypipe. It should be the direct feed to YouTube. Yep, there it is. Who knows?
Is that your Mad Max car over
That
there?
is my Mad Max car.
All right.
It is. Yeah, see again. Now, okay, Dave
Fucking
is here.
shovel face.
I joined the stream and I see messages that I can't see while signed in.
You must not be the admin.
I don't know what else to tell you. Hi, Dave. There we go. Yeah. So again, proof,
Hi, Dave.
Proof that I need to frickin'
This
actually
is Dave. He's very funny, but his body confuses me.
says excellent promo. Great job. Thank you. Keep it up.
So
He's on the
old.
thruway. He's heading south.
He's like a gypsy wheel, you know. He's just roundish.
Here's the book, but
But he
this,
still travel.
Looks like he's on the pottery wheel.
so I don't even think I finished our promos.
going too fast. Blurp.
If you want to call into the show, you can Skype us, Comedy Pipe.
That's how we're interactive.
We are very interactive. We get tons of callers every week. Be the first one this week. Uh-oh, my website. I don't know if
Crashing?
I don't know if I'm supposed to read what Dave's writing on here.
Sure. Read it aloud for the class.
My website sucks. I would not direct anybody to talk about it anymore.
All right.
That's-
Don't worry, Dave can do.
I got peer pressured into that, Dave. I didn't say. I didn't read the other paragraph under it aloud.
I'll read it. He put it in the chat.
But you can
It's
find
for-
him on iTunes as well.
Oh.
It down with Dave.
That's for the
It's-
big
It's
boys.
probably if you got that fancy I
Yeah.
thing.
That's where the
Going.
big boys
I love he
play.
does it while he's driving. Like, how many tickets could he get?
Well, it depends. I mean, if he holds it like right here, he'll probably.
No, I do not believe he holds it.
He Bluetooth it.
I don't know actually what he's using now. He was using actually a very ingenious method.
Wasn't it a sock
It
over
was
his
a
phone?
sock over the phone. Yeah, that's it's simple, but it works.
I guess.
I'm such a supporter. I've never seen it.
I've never seen the sock.
I've never seen it either. I'm just going off of what 3D told me.
Yeah, that's what we're going on.
I hope it wasn't the same sock he beats off into.
It doesn't matter. It's a smartphone. They're all fucking. You don't want to luminol anybody's smartphone.
If you did that over time,
They're fucking gross.
over time, his podcast would probably just come out a little crunchy.
Fair enough.
You know,
Yeah.
Anywho.
Moisture detected in your charger port. Well, yeah, I got good aim, bro.
Dave, how is the audio compared to other
Be
episodes
honest.
of this show? I'm dying to get your opinion on this. I spent thousands of dollars upgrading equipment for you, Dave.
It
so
sounds
you
great to
could
me.
hear us better, and so we don't have to be choking the microphone.
Somebody forgot to put their phone on silent.
Well done, Joe Green.
Was this your first show?
I know. I
knew.
Holy shit! I was just talking about this earlier too. Like, I did a
Because
show.
I forgot to do mine last week.
I did a show one time, and I got done doing the thing and started hosting, and it was a good, big show. And and all of a sudden my ass was like, bling, bling. And I was like, oh my god, busted.
Grady
on
answered his-
stage, busted.
Grady answered his phone last week.
Well, he wasn't on stage.
He wasn't
at the
on
time.
stage, but still, he
He
had
was in
it.
between.
He did good. We fucked with him. He
Yeah,
did
no,
good.
that was
For the
that was
listeners
very
out there,
entertaining.
He's a
Grady.
good egg.
Grady was hosting a show, and we knew he was on stage, so we called him.
But he didn't pick up the second time.
No, he,
To his credit, it went
shut
right to
down his
voicemail.
phone. Yeah,
Right to
He was
voicemail.
like, I know these fuckers. They will call back.
Smart kid.
He's learning. He's learning.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fuck up with Tom and Nikki looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, no.
He's
Put one
nice.
of those fucking big bear mitts around your neck and just toss you out of the place.
When you get done telling people to shut off their phones.
Alexa, turn off your phone.
You don't have any smart home devices. To get started, go to the smart home section of the Alexa app.
There you go.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you call fans of Star Trek and Jeopardy? Trebekis.
Wow. And that was the
Does
joke
any-
of the week.
Who
No,
finds
no,
this
no,
kind
that
of
can't
shit
be
funny? I mean, come on.
Tell me a joke. Done that.
Why was the DJ so good at Beth? He knew how to hit that extra bass.
Bass. Thank you, Alexa.
She works clean.
Yeah, she only has the clean comedy. Oh, there was
Your bucket list.
my bucket list. Oh, all right. So we're gonna get to the book. I was able to check something off my bucket list that I didn't know was on there. It's one of those things that you have never ever expected that you are going to have to do in your life. A lot of things in childhood, or well, having a child will come across this, things that you never thought that you would, but
like blaming him every time you don't want to go out with your friends.
yeah,
Wiping someone else's ass.
Yeah, it's
Can't go out. My son's sick. I saw him earlier
all the
today.
time, yeah.
I know he's fine.
but this had to do with one of the cats.
He doesn't even have the kid for 2 days.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Kidless for 2 days.
What happened to him?
He has
Off
no
the air.
school.
What'd you say?
Off the air.
Let's just say he didn't listen.
He's a squealer.
He didn't fucking listen. Bucket list.
He's healing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So
Slight coma.
my wife and I were eating dinner, and if you have any cats, occasionally or often, the cat will just jump up on the table, and he got it like all up in my face, and like I'm looking at his chin, and I see some like weird shit on his chin.
It's called hair.
No, it was like black. Further inspection, it was like black heads, like zits, like nasty black heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
On Odin?
no.
It's like I just saw him like a week
the
ago.
cat.
He didn't look
On
like
the
he was
cat.
had
On the
dermatitis, so then it's like a jungle rot. Nothing.
So I now have to inspect because this should not be on my cat. This is foreign object in and on my cat.
Facial dingleberries.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, fuck, now I'm like, all right. What does he got? Fleas? Like it's fucking winter.
Yeast
Should be
boogers?
fucking fleas or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Like I've picked like this buildup that had turned solid off the roof of a cat's mouth before. Bucket list. That to try to save this cat's life. I don't know what this growth was, but it was just. He'd hack it up and it'd stick to the roof of his mouth and it'd solidify over like a couple hours.
That skull long cut.
Oh yeah! It's like you've been
Dipshit.
smoking Lucky Strikes your whole life, and just now, bucket list.
Cat's got a misshapen jaw.
So I'm like, all right, I don't know what like this isn't fleas. So I have flea comb. It's not the first time cats have fleas. Did the whole cat, couldn't find anything, but his chin just had like blackheads all over it. So I'm running the flea comb through it, and I'm just like picking the shit out, just like falling out like crumbs. And so I spent a good half hour pretty much popping blackheads off my cat's chin.
You got a terrible bucket list, man.
It's a bucket list you didn't know you had. It's one of those things you can check off in life. You never thought maybe it's not called a bucket list. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But it's one of those things you can check off that you never thought you would ever have to do in your life. And you just were put in a situation where you now have to complete this task.
Picking through her fur like a monkey.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking as I'm doing this. Like
it's like getting shot.
Shot.
Like,
I don't.
Yeah,
so
you didn't think it was going to happen,
okay,
and all of a sudden you're just like,
I
almost shit myself.
One of those things
trying to catch my breath.
Yeah. Yep.
It's true. It was fucked up.
So that's
My buddy's like, he just shot you, and I'm like, I fucking know.
That's my anti-bucket list. I don't even know what to call it, but it happened an hour.
We'll just call it the different list.
It happened an hour ago.
Okay,
2 hours.
I like that. I like that Jefferson's on it. He's a different list because, the bucket list is very intentional. I mean, nobody's like, I went skydiving with diarrhea. It's just not. No, that's on the different list.
Yeah.
Different.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when somebody tries to tell you for 10 minutes that soap isn't good for hygiene on their vagina.
Yeah.
That's a wild one.
You got to hit that every
Like,
once in a day.
are you using the high efficiency Tide or something? Or what kind of soap are we talking here? Couldn't believe she.
Yeah, that was a rough
So
story.
you mentioned Tide. Anybody want to do Anybody want to do the Tide Pod challenge? I have some.
I kind of want to right now. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go get one. I'll be right
No, I meant
back.
just to get out of this.
the
I
thing.
can't believe that's a thing. Well, I'm hoping it's not.
Oh, like a
thing.
vagina that smells so bad it's rude? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing. Why?
Huh?
Why is it a thing?
Why is what a thing?
Oh, smelly vagina and or Tide Pods.
The
All right,
guy,
take a
the guy,
different conversation. We're
God
getting
works
going.
in mysterious
a guy
ways.
that I knew, Steve. He put it really best. He was a really level-headed guy. One day he came to work and he was just like human. And I was like, Steve, what's going on? He had his roommate named Phil, and he's like, I'm cooking last night. Everything's going well. He was one of those kind of guys. He was from Long Island. He's like, everything's going okay. It's going well. I got the sausage going. The peppers are going. Everything smells great. The marinara's on the stove. All of a sudden, the whole place smells like perfume and fuck. And I was like,
Dussy.
what? And he's like, Phil brought home a stinker. I was like, holy shit, this story is fucking great. I was like, well, he what? He goes, yeah, that's just, you know what? You know, she knows what she's walking around with. You crack that open. He goes, that is just fucking bad manners. And then he says to me, he goes, Joe, you got an Audi. That's what he called a dick. It's an Audi. You got an Audi. He's like, you know, if it was stinky down there, would you check? Would you let somebody do that to you? And I was like, no. He goes, that's because you're a nice guy.
See,
Like,
I'm just
what
off
a
of
weird
this
dude.
just off of this story alone. What was this guy's name?
Steve.
Steve. I'm going to venture a guess that Steve has taught you far more than I ever will.
He was fun to hang out with. He was a fun guy. Family man.
He sounds like it.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a charmer.
Real charmer. Yeah. Like a fat bulldog.
Very enchanting.
The stank.
He brought home a stinker.
Yeah, bro.
Conversations
The whole
with-
place smelled like perfume and fuck. That's what I was like. And he said he was so animated.
That
about it.
sounds
He
like
was on his
something-
toes when he said it.
It sounds like something right out of a Dice Clay fucking bit. Smelled like perfume and fuck. Oh! Almost blew out the speakers on that one. I'm sorry.
Got back up.
Back
on
up.
the-
Oh!
Did y'all
Way
like
back
my
here, dude.
did y'all like my early morning Woo Tang?
Yeah, that was cute. I like that.
Jefferson
Sure.
didn't like it. Come on. Joe called it brilliant.
I saw that. And I went, brilliant?
Yeah, because it's Ric Flair, woo, in the
Yeah.
tank. I was just
No,
like,
I got
somebody
it.
thought
I
of
got
it.
it.
Were you writing those memes, dude?
No.
Oh, man.
No. Which one?
I always hope for you.
We hope and pray.
Why did I send you a good one? I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, that's just,
Fair enough.
we have a green room.
Now I gotta look.
That's why I take notes. What were we talking about that was funny? Yeah.
Stanky pussy. That's what we were talking about.
I haven't sent anything like that in a long time.
Well, everybody comes across an exceptional in their life.
It's happened.
And it is traumatizing. And
It's
odors
true.
are one of the memories
Yeah,
that it
absolutely.
triggers, like the smell of a burnt building.
Yeah.
And a
yeah,
quick
we
trigger,
talked about
too,
that
like-
early. Like
Yeah.
that's
You smell it, phew, you're there.
like I drive past a building that has recently burnt down.
Yeah.
And it has such a distinct smell and memory for me that it's not good for me. I don't like it at all.
I don't think it's good for anyone, really.
If someone
Some
wanted-
post traumatic, it's kind of just flashbacks to a bad time.
If someone were interested in messaging the show, how would they do that? Like texting or
Smoke signals is
Wait,
like,
wait,
Well, if they wanted to message,
Rub two sticks together and go fuck yourself.
wow, no, smoke signals. Trying to be funny.
you can join the YouTube
You
stream.
nailed it.
The YouTube stream.
That's right. The chat room that
YouTube.com/comedypipe.
works so well.
Now the chat room works.
Oh,
can
it does?
see-
Okay.
I
Okay,
can
this is
actually
the chat room
see
on
stuff.
YouTube.
Yeah, I can see stuff.
You guys are fags.
Yeah.
That's how most chat rooms
I
on
think-
YouTube are.
yeah.
Dad, I got one ball. What of it?
I think
Man
Dave
enough.
is driving, so he's not texting anymore because
That's
we
safe.
want to keep Dave safe.
Way to be safe, Dave.
He only talks.
You can do text to speak or
Well,
text to text.
Yeah, I don't know
whatever
if you
the
can
fuck.
do that in a
Tongue-tied
YouTube
asshole.
live chat room. I don't know. And even if he could, Dave would tell you his tech ability on his phone.
His tech ability.
His tech ability. Yeah, he can get his podcast done, no problem.
All right.
But some fancy shit, maybe not. Who knows? He could surprise.
Does
you.
his phone fold? Is that why? Is it?
Not anymore. Not anymore. He's
Then
He's
that's when his
advanced.
podcasts are only 10 minutes because that's all this phone can hold. Remember those music phones back in the to store your music? You use 15 songs I had on one of those phones, and that was it. No more room.
technology. Looking back at some of the like MP3 technology that was out there, it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Almost went
just-
through as many MP3 players as I did Walkmans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me- for me, yeah, I was
or
gonna say, for me-
Discman, depending on where you're
For
from.
me, it was the disc off-brand man.
The disc off brand, man.
No, yeah, it was never a Sony.
Well,
Discman.
no, fuck that.
It
The
was-
disc man.
I loved.
You couldn't sneeze.
There was the
without that thing
RCA
skipping.
ones that could fit in your back pockets. Those are fucking choice.
Yeah, I always wanted the yellow Sport Discman.
Yeah,
that had the super
the anti-skip
buffer,
shit
yeah.
didn't really work that well.
You had one.
I did.
Of course you did, fucker.
Bass boost, which was just a button.
Yeah, yeah, but it worked.
Do
Bass
shit.
boost was always was awesome.
Yeah, bass boost rules.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I still look for bass buttons on.
That was funny. That guy that wanted to come on the show and promote a DVD. Like nobody buys them anymore.
I had the tape one. I had the tape one, not the CD one.
Okay,
The tape,
I
the
know.
yellow
but still,
tape.
bass boost. It was the technology transcended through devices.
Sure.
It still does today. I don't know if Sony makes any. The last Sony product I actually owned was a
PlayStation.
mini disc.
Oh.
Like I actually have a mini disc player.
Of course you did, asshole.
Mini-
No, I just like everything else in my life, I acquired one late in life, well after the technology was obsolete. I have one.
I got you.
I never
you
used
you
one.
collected.
Yeah, I
Oh, okay.
collected.
Right.
That's why I have two Atari Lynxes, various Transformers and stuff.
All
Yes,
right.
I collected.
Okay.
It was something it was in a box. I was like, holy shit. And it works. And it has awesome audio quality that is nearly not usable for anything.
No, well, you can't hook it to anything, can you?
No, I mean, it's got a headphone jack for you can record directly to it. It's just, it's this little, it's literally only like 2 inches by 2 inches. Like,
What's it called?
A mini disc player.
Mini disc player.
Is there a little disc in it?
Yeah,
It's
it's almost
what,
like a floppy
3.5
disc.
inch.
No, small.
Small?
We're not talking like that big.
Yeah.
I'll find it later. I won't do it now because it's not interesting to Dave Canyon. Because I
Not
doubt
really.
He
might be the only one listening.
It's one of those technologies that came and went like beta and Laserdisc.
Yeah.
It was used in some high-end recording for a very short period of time, and then basically computers and MP3 quality, all just took over and went, man.
Film sucks. It's
Technology
actually
is-
awesome. The digital kicks and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's hard to carry around spools and spools of film when you can carry literally something that fits on your keychain that will have every movie back to the 1950s.
Rolls. I had to be
Or
there.
your phone.
Sorry.
Or your phone, yeah. Like I'm playing video games from my computer on my phone. That's how much
That's pretty slick.
technology has advanced. It's fantastic. I get the beauty of being able to play the high-end video games that are out on my couch. Yeah, granted, it's on a cell phone,
Hey.
but it's, I don't know, a 6-inch screen. So
I know when.
Yeah, I know,
remember
it's-
corded phones in the kitchen. Everybody bitches
Yeah.
about their fucking
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah.
shit they have in their pockets.
my Game
Part of the
Boy-
degradation of
Yeah.
the society at this point. I'm going to turn into a fucking hipper. It's just-
But if my kids,
no, it is.
but
It
if
is.
my kids start screaming, I can just literally hit pause and put it down.
Yeah.
And then go punch me in the face. No, just put the and then go deal. Put the little fucker in his place. You want to. Like, this is the 30th time you've been out of your fucking room.
Cage.
Why are you out of your? I gotta pee. I don't give a fuck. Piss your pants. Go to bed.
Do you
deal
have
later.
that friend that tries to invite you somewhere and you use your kid to get out of it?
I don't think I've used it as.
Come on, this is an honest
Everybody
show.
has. Everybody with a kid is.
We're all
I
honest
can't.
here.
Kid gotta do that. Can't do it.
Sure.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody has.
Yeah, peer me in.
I've done it. I don't even
Yeah.
have kids.
Like,
I get bigger with my
I'm the only-
daughter.
I'm the only one in the room. That
It's
can
my last
answer
day
the
there
question.
anyway. I don't give a shit.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
I don't think I've really tried to use him as an excuse, but I'm assuming it's. I mean, he's 5 now, so that's
What
a lot
about
of days.
what about Mrs. D?
Has
You're-
she used him as an excuse?
To get out of stuff you don't want to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. He's,
Not just not going, but
kid's
just
gonna-
anything you
the
don't
kid's-
want to do.
yeah,
Like, oh, I can't come. I got to do this with the kid. The kid's got such and such going on. The kid feels like shit, threw up on the couch.
No, I don't think we've really used it as an excuse. That shit happens all the
Well-
time. that's just reality.
That's
He's
even
sick all the time.
That's
Sick.
even
We
better.
got shit to do. We got other plans.
No, he
you know?
really did barf
know?
on my crotch on the throughway. I would love to come.
Yeah.
I believe me, your campfire sounds wonderful. I got to get these
I mean,
Cheerios off my
it's not an excuse to go, I'm sorry he didn't nap. He's being a motherfucker right now. So, no, I'm sorry. We can't make it.
Yeah.
That's
All right, yeah,
happens.
see? So you have. That's an
Uh-huh.
excuse to use the kid. Yeah.
Those aren't excuses. Those are realities.
It's still-
That's just life.
No, he's Right. It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody
Put
was
it
like, "Oh yeah, you barfed on your lap, but you couldn't make it my birthday," but what?
Yeah, no, I had to take him to a birthday party last Saturday at one of those trampoline parks.
Oh, that sounds fun, except for the ankle part. See, that's the thing. In my head, I think I would bounce, and I would be like a gymnast that lands wrong.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's in my head,
yes,
and then once
you
it's in my head, so it's gonna happen.
You
Well, that's
are
'cause we're old.
right. Yes.
This is
We're-
wee
we're-
shit. Okay, sorry.
Fair enough.
You're old. You are so right.
Oh man,
You're so right. My goal was literally don't get hurt. Just like I
that's a good
warned
goal.
my wife. I said, okay, I'm going to this thing. When I come home, I am going to bed. I'm going to take a nice 2-hour nap because my legs and body is going to be burning so much from jumping and chasing him. I've done this before. This is like I didn't walk into this blind. I knew what was going to happen. We took him by ourselves, and just the amount of jumping and chasing we did. I'm like, I'm spent. I no, my cardio, nope. My trampoline, nope.
Cardio game's not on point.
Nope, not at all. So warned her of that. And so goal, do not get hurt. And other than muscle sore,
I'd be the guy
No
that
broken
tries to
ankles,
do the flip and
no
then EMTs.
no trampoline burn.
That's
That's a thing, yes, because they have like a ramp like trampolines.
Uh-huh.
So if you go slide,
Oh, like they're
like-
tilted like 45 degrees. or
no,
something?
like a grade, so like a curve.
Cool.
So yeah, you run up them, grab up the top, and then you slide down them. But if you're
Oh, you get road rash.
there, you go, like burn.
See, that kind of stuff isn't for us. Kids are so much more malleable than we are.
They're so like I watched a couple things. I'm like, he's broken. Nope, he's fine. Like he was. So there was like 15 minutes left, and there was a conversation between me and two of the other dads because we noticed there was a heavy bag hanging from the ceiling over one of the long trampolines.
It was like Bruce Lee's heavy bag.
Yep. And one of the dads looked at me. He's like, I gotta touch it. I got it. And now he's
How high up is this thing?
It 10 feet. No, it's got
So
to
you
be
get- you
more
actually-
because I'm 6 feet. I can hit 10 feet pretty easy. It's up there. Yeah, I'm 6'3".
So you can actually
and
when
I
you
was
do this,
scared.
this is kind of cool actually. The one thing that I think I really like about this is if you can bounce high enough, you actually get the sensation. Like when you fly, you do that. The 0G,
Yeah, and that's what scares me.
the falling feeling, the
falling,
0G.
It's I don't mind roller coasters.
Oh, you don't like
it's not the falling feeling. It's the insecure landing part.
Okay,
That's probably my fear.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with heights. I don't mind the up. I don't mind the down. It's the landing that I'm concerned because I'm just like trying to bounce. So anyway, back to the story real quick. So dad goes, I want to go try to touch it. Now he's like 5'8", and I'm 6'3", and I'm scared, and I'm like, all right, go for it, bro, go for it. And I sit back and I watch him, and he puts a valiant effort in, but it doesn't come back broken physically, just broken mentally. And
He was defeated by the wall.
and just bowed out.
Nobody
Oh.
beats the wall.
Now
White men can't jump.
the other
Not
dad,
even on trampolines, apparently.
the other dad is
Oh, they suck at everything.
he's like 6'5". So we're like, yo, and Mike, go touch it. Go see if you can touch it. And because he was bouncing around, he was loving it. He was doing backflips. He's like, all right. And it didn't take him long to gain his bearings, and he went and touched it. And
If he's
saw that.
6'5", yeah. I mean,
But it's up there. Like, it's not an easy task
No.
to get your momentum and your alignment to just touch this.
I'd
heavy
want to
bag.
jump up and hug it and hang on to it. Just
Yeah,
swing from
it's-
it. You know. Boing.
So-
catch it.
We see him do it with ease, and it's sitting there and it's swinging after him like, motherfucker. Now I gotta fucking try. Like, I got like 5 minutes left. I gotta shit.
Oh, that's the
Go
monk.
for
That's,
gold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's the monkey in you coming
Yeah.
alive. Ooh,
And,
go competition. You know?
I don't know if it was competition. It was more of achievement, accomplishment.
Oh yeah,
Of-
yeah.
of
It's
just-
that's
yeah,
the thing.
it's-
Yeah,
So it took me a couple more times than a previous dad, but I did accomplish the task. I left that place physically.
That being said, I would
beaten.
totally, like, the monkey in me would come alive. I would just be like, gotta get it. I gotta get it. You know. He did it. I must be able to.
Physically
He took
beaten.
that turn. I must be able to take that turn. Oops.
Next thing you know, you don't have an ACL anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of was my
Or a race car. Yeah, he did it. I can do it. He didn't do it. I didn't do it either.
But I tried.
Yeah, but I tried. I smell gasoline.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, big time.
Right now?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Alexa, tell me a joke. You ask. She's ignoring you.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
I have returned.
Meh.
Down.
Oh.
Meh.
Holy shit. You got burned by a hockey puck.
Alexa, tell me that same joke again.
Why didn't the emoji cross the road? He was feeling a little meh.
Do you think there's people that find these little stupid Alexa jokes funny?
Yeah.
You think so?
If you're mining jokes for kids. That's
We
the
can't
one
be
you wanna
friends
go
with those people.
What's going on?
We have a surprise guest calling in, neighbor.
Cool.
That we're calling.
That sounds brilliant.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one and only Dave Cannon from the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast, live on the air. How are you, sir?
Joe's not here.
Wow. Who's not here?
Joe.
I heard that. Hey guys, how are you? Hello everybody. Everything's
Dave.
doing great. Good to hear from everybody.
How
You
are
guys
you?
sound great. The new mics sound great. Good to know that you put thousands of dollars of investment into it. It's a big improvement. Big improvement.
That's
fantastic.
Is $1,000 worth the improvement?
I think so. Well, what happened was just now when that phone rang and Nick and Joe were all laughing. When you're all laughing at once, I can actually still hear like the sound of you guys laughing, and it's not like noise. It's like
We're
I
not
can hear
blowing out his
distinctly
speakers.
the separate sounds of laughter, and it's not overmodulating, and it's whatever you got there, it's handling it. You know, it's handling the volume, which
So
I
you don't,
like.
yeah, we don't have a
The
lot. Of,
bandwidth or whatever you're doing.
we don't have a lot of cross sounds. Then,
That's
like
terrific.
that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, congratulations. I see that Mike is still not on the show. I mean, you know, he likes to be, it's some weird voice from the back of the room. I find that to be odd, that, you know, this whole angle that you got on. But, you know,
weird. That is
whatever
weird.
you want to do, Mike.
No, that is weird because
That's done purposefully.
We
Dave.
have a lot
We've
of-
talked about that.
yeah, and everybody says that too. It is weird because like I can see you perfectly fine. We have this conversation, but it's like it must look like I'm talking
Yeah.
like just off to a tennis ball or
So
something.
3D is just a narrator.
Yeah. I'm the unknown comic.
Yeah, it's very
Nick
weird.
and Joe
It's very
carried on
weird
their conversation.
That there's a guy hosting the show is the one guy that we can't see. There's probably no other show on the internet at all where like this, where the host is totally invisible, but everybody else is visible to the camera.
It's so
and you're all
unique.
sitting at the bar.
It's
very
so
odd.
it's so unique. It's not even a popular show.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's no dumbing it down with Dave.com, is it?
No.
Dave, I've never thought about it
No.
before, but that may be the one thing that takes us to stardom, that nobody ever has to bear witness my ugly face. Thanks, Dave.
That's what I'm here for.
Right. Right. It's either your greatest strength or it's an Achilles heel. It can go either way. I'm not really sure.
I don't think it really matters at all at this point.
Can your Kia Rio
Yeah.
do 120 miles an hour, or are we misleading listeners?
Well, I heard you talking about that. It does say 120 on the speedometer, so I'm assuming, unless that's metric, I'm assuming I can. I've done
metric?
90. I've done 95.
No, that's 85 kilometers per hour you're going.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but
It's
I've never
metric.
tested. I'd be afraid. I have 250,000 miles on it though. That's a lot.
Wow. Good for you.
He says
Yeah.
it like that, so
But
it sounds bigger.
But I don't do the podcast from the Kia anymore anyway. I
Really?
have switched over to the Honda Fit. I just haven't changed the intro.
Wow. So our plugs are way off.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess.
Our plugs are following what he is promoting. It doesn't matter really.
Oh,
what
no,
he
no,
says.
no,
He
no,
can lie
no,
to
no,
his
no.
listeners
I got to
No
change it to the Honda Fit now.
in the Honda Fit.
No, no.
Honda Fit.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I have to explain every time because I can't afford a new intro. And the guy that made me the intro was going to make me another one. And then you know how it goes. It sort of didn't happen. And I just have to explain it every episode that I'm not in the Kia. I'm in the Honda Fit.
Dave,
it doesn't sound as much fun.
Why did you buy a Honda Fit? Who had information on you? Who had leverage?
I did not. I already owned it. It was my wife's. And we decided to switch because the Honda Fit is supposedly a better car, higher gas mileage. She was doing 3 miles a day compared to my 100 miles a day.
100 miles a day.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yep.
A day.
That's why he's on episode 6,000 of the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast. You can find it on YouTube.
I'm only up to episode
iTunes,
627. I got a ways to go.
Yeah. So we switched cars to extend the life of the Kia and the Fit. I couldn't hear what you just said, so that's why I answered what I wanted to answer.
Yeah, that was great. You killed it.
Dave, are you driving right now?
I am driving a tractor trailer right now on the New York State Thruway. I'm about 7 miles north of the Suffern Tandem area. This could cost me my career. This could cost me my career.
Do you do the whole breaker 19? What's your handle?
Yeah, that's very gay. Whatever it is that you're saying, nobody says that anymore.
No.
That is you being on the CB, admitting that you're homosexual and you're looking for action. Nobody says breaker anymore. No. If you want to go to the Pilot truck stop over there in Rotterdam, you'll have a great night. You'll have fun.
I got to update my trucker lingo.
Well, yeah, what do truckers say nowadays? Do you guys still use CB radios? What do you use?
Mostly cell phones. Mostly cell phones. There is no the whole CB thing has died. I mean, some guys still have it. The over the road guys have it.
Those are probably
the guys that stay out. I'm not really over the road. I'm on the road. I'm going over the road right now, but I come home every night.
Got you.
And also people are using the Waze app, so it's kind of like it's there. A lot of guys have it. They still make them. They still make brand new ones.
Sure.
But the use of it is not nearly as prevalent because people are on the phone and they're using the Waze app. So it's kind of irrelevant, somewhat irrelevant.
The thing about CB radio on the road was that you never know, like you could talk to somebody for 10 minutes and then you're out of range and you had a great conversation and you'll never ever hear or see that person ever again. I used the CB radio for a little while and that was the appeal.
Sounds like now they're for pedophiles and homosexuals.
Right.
I do.
Well, you can also go to a comedy open mic. You can see somebody talk to them for 10 minutes and never see them again.
Yeah, but I was 12 years old, stuck at my house.
Did you hear that?
No. Yeah. Well, that's that's the audio.
Right. Before the internet, we had chat rooms. You would go on these channels, 40 channels, and you break. You say, "Hey, channel master, I want a channel break," and they let you in. But you could only one at a time could talk. Now you could be on the internet and do whatever you want, and we've evolved from that. Like, it's hard to believe we call it evolution, but we've evolved from that. Now people are on the internet, and but if you're looking for action,
now you don't have to hurry up when you jerk off to get out of range. You can just
Jefferson's going to go to the Rotterdam truck stop right after the show, Dave.
Yep. Lot lizards.
Sounds like a good time.
Lot lizards?
Yeah, get yourself a lot lizards. A ho-ho.
It's come knocking on the
window. You would say something.
Out here.
You might say something like 6'9", break 6'9". I think that's what they say. 6'9", DJ 6'9", or something like that.
Yeah, you want to see the dinosaur show? Fire-breathing dragon. Yeah. She's got no manners.
You will hear that. I've never said it. I've heard friends say that. Yeah, BJ 6'9", or you say BJ like 2'3", and that means go to channel 23 or something like that. And it's out there. Guys are out there. They do this crazy stuff. They're on the road. They're tired. They're lonely.
I had no idea.
And they need somebody.
Brokeback truck stop.
Brokeback
truck stop. Yeah. That's what Dave is basically giving us an insight on.
Yeah.
Brokeback truck stop.
I had no idea. I just got enlightened.
We met at the biodiesel pump.
It was meant to be.
Now.
At Willie's.
That's hot.
Willie's.
The biodiesel pump. Yeah, so that's the new meaning to alternative fuel. There you go. Yeah, listen, man. It is what it is. But anyway, good to hear you guys. And you guys are doing good, and I'm doing good. It's been a long time. My son has been chewing up my data for the longest time, and he finally has backed off a little bit. So he left me a little something this month.
Well done, Dave. You
was
trained
nice
him.
of him.
That's nice.
When can we have you back on the show, Dave?
When?
When?
Oh well, listen. I work Wednesdays. I don't know. It's been a crazy life. But I'm still working Wednesdays. I just got off the phone with Bobby Massey, who's back from Vegas, and he's off on Wednesday. So I told him to check out your show. And he's making his way back into stand up in the New York Northeast area.
Yeah,
So
I haven't seen
It's
him in years.
a great place to plant comedy roots. This is where it's at. The Northeast New York upstate comedy mecca.
yeah.
I like Bob.
So,
I've
I
worked
told
with him a
him
couple
about it.
times. He's good shit.
Yeah, but you guys haven't had any problem getting guests. I see every week. I see the updates. You guys are doing good. You're still weekly. It's amazing.
We're
You
kind
guys
of a
really
big deal,
keep through.
Dave.
It's fantastic.
Show 266. Come on, it's no Dave Canyon, but
Yeah, you're up to like 7,000 podcasts, and that's what if you listen. Yeah, we up it like by $1,000 a
Yeah.
week.
Well, let me ask you this, Dave. Well, we got you right here. Have you heard any of those plugs I do for you?
It turns out as soon as no, the answer
Okay,
is no.
good.
As soon as,
All right, good, good.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm going to go back now. I'm gonna go back,
I was just about to say
but
they're
I
really good.
knew. First of all, Mike. To be honest, and Mike knows this. To be honest, Mike was horrible to begin with the plugs.
thank you.
Horrible. But it didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me because it wasn't like I was expecting this big fat bump from the mic plug of my podcast.
Yeah.
Nor are you expecting a big. It was a nice exchange between Mike and I. It's a mutual, screw you thing. I'll do yours and you do mine.
Wait till you hear mine.
Right. And then, but every time he would try to do it, you guys would always interrupt. You wouldn't pay attention to what he was saying.
No.
And you would interrupt, and he would almost never get through it. And then when my son started eating up all my data, but I couldn't listen to the show anymore, that's when it went from Mike to Nick, and I never heard any of them. But listen, I'm glad you're screwing them up. Screw them up even more. I don't care what you say. Whatever. Nobody has come to me with an email or a tweet that, hey, you know what Nick is doing? He's really doing that.
That's because I'm
Nobody
Jefferson, Dave.
Right. Nobody cares. Say what you want, and
I make sure to correct him though.
He's not
Dave.
wrong.
I let him fly off the cuff, and I correct him when he's wrong.
And we congratulate him when he's right.
Minimal.
And
Yeah.
I want it to go to your head too
And
much.
just make sure at the end, no matter what you say, Dave is, pleasuring himself this week at 120 miles an hour.
We actually
Dave
do
is,
that. We do
deprecating
do
whatever you
that.
say, just make sure you say it at the end. Make sure to check him out at Done with Dave on Twitter. That's all. Just at Done with Dave. Everything's at Done,
At
with,
Done
Dave.
with Dave.
And then you did a good job. It doesn't matter what you say.
I'll have to add the Twitter handle.
You can say save the last off for savings or whatever. I don't care what you say. This is the last drop.
That's like the wickedest,
the
oldest
more-
Howard Stern. Like we were.
You can say the more you know. Say the more you know. That's why we do it. The more you know. Any public service thing. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a crap. I really don't. It's amazing. We can do whatever we want. You guys can do the show naked. Nobody would give a crap.
We did have a
do the show
naked
all the
woman
time.
on. You missed the show where we had a naked woman on the show.
That's right.
Well, there was more context.
Again?
There was more context to it than that.
No.
But it wasn't just like, hey, we had a
It was
nice.
more of a flash than fully.
That's all you need to know. She was
Getting checked for moles to see if she had melanoma.
That's
So
all.
it was legit.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was legit.
It was
well,
medical.
that's nice.
Yeah, she thought her nipples
Oh,
were
I
moles.
totally understand.
So it was
Yeah.
adorable.
Go find the YouTube video with Brooke S.
Yeah, it was
the last
Brooke's
one.
mom, and if you know anything about Brooke, it makes total sense.
Oh no, I saw the one with Brooke.
Okay,
The
so
last
you-
one with Brooke and his mom was there.
of
Yeah,
course.
I saw that one.
Of course
Yeah,
you
her
checked
mom.
that one out.
his-
Did
his
you watch the
mom's,
whole thing?
Didn't she do didn't she do something? Wasn't the camera sort of a little bit low? And didn't she do something spreading her legs or something?
Oh,
Wasn't there
she
something
started
kind
humping
of,
the 1950s refrigerator.
She was all over the place.
Yeah, it was hard
Yeah,
to
it
keep.
was a little.
Yeah, we didn't know what to expect, so the camera was stationary. We should have had a cameraman for that week.
Right. But okay, that was the one. I saw that.
Nervous.
So she flashed her breath. That part I might have missed. I might have missed that one.
Yep.
I might have missed it.
Go back and check that one.
Somehow
It's-
I've survived.
Yep. If you want to see Brooke S's
Somehow I survived.
Brooke S's mom's.
Yes.
Yep. Dave,
watching it right now.
It has been wonderful hearing your voice. Thank you for taking our call.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out his podcast. Dave, drive safe. Let's talk again soon when you can get a Wednesday off.
It sounded like his podcast is Dave Drive Safe.
Dave, drive safe. The podcast.
Yeah, I haven't got. Somebody said about tickets. I haven't got any tickets yet when doing the podcast. I haven't been involved in any accidents. I used to hold the phone. I think you were talking about that. I used to hold the phone in my hand, but since then I've acquired some lavalier mic stuff, and that makes it easier. But I don't like the way it sounds. So I'm still working on the sound. I haven't made the $1,000 investment like you have, but I'm working my way towards that.
Dave, just letting you know, my $1,000
making it
investment was about $40.
Oh, good. Then you'd have 40 left over from the money I gave you.
Yeah, there you go. This is what I put it into.
Hey, Dave, can you hang on for 1 second?
Of course.
Beautiful.
You love it. We do this shit every time. I love it. You will know for 1 second. Yeah, of course.
That is okay. So that dropping goes back to the previous show I did before this over 8 years ago. Now, where it's relevant in this conversation is I put the post up today, and the one and only Jim Felter responded.
out of nowhere, that was great.
Responded, what? No MySpace? And I'm like, haha, fuck you. I do have a MySpace.
They're still on.
And yeah, and my account is still live.
So it's you. You're the one.
It is, yeah. It is. I talked to my wife. It's got to be 12 years old. It has all the old show promos that Comedy Pipe used to have at least, I think, 5 live shows.
It's got to be more than 12 because I just got a thing on Facebook the other day. I've been on there for 7.
I mean, it was before my wife and I got together.
It's like the one thing is like AA vegetarians and people on Facebook. They all know how long.
I don't. If I hadn't gotten that stupid thing on here because it was a little. We made a video to celebrate. What the fuck is this?
But you still know it's like, hey, we're surprising you with a new coin. Oh, I lost track. You know? Holy shit. I think vegetarians have that fucking attitude. It always bugs me. I bet Yeah, I haven't eaten meat in 5 years. Like, how do you even know that? Like, did you had a problem with it?
Those are terrible people.
You keep track. You just kind of know.
But haven't you seen how they treat the animals?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, they're tasty as hell.
Okay, did anybody watch the Grammys?
No.
Okay,
No.
There was a gag that they gave out puppies.
Oh.
So they gave out, all of a sudden Jerry Seinfeld is just handed a puppy. He's like, oh my God. And just like, it's a puppy. You're happy.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's a freaking puppy. It's adorable.
Yeah, if they tried taking it back, I would hit them.
Yeah, you know.
I'd be like, no, you gave it to me.
This is my dog now.
Guess
That's
who got
it.
all pissed off?
Go Lenny and
Peter.
just, you're soft and break their fucking neck. Not the puppy.
No, you hold the dog here.
I guess you got all pissed off. Peter.
Oh, fucking PETA.
It's a gag. All those puppies had homes. They were just fucking.
If Pete is listening,
it's a gag.
I love fur.
It's so soft and warm. It really is.
I have a fur coat.
Do you?
It's nice.
You're like Joe Willie Namath.
It's rabbit. It's nice.
Nice.
A rabbit fur coat. It's from World War II. Very old. It's vintage, so it's not like new rabbits died. That would be mean.
Sure.
But it's still soft. Great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
What else we got in the book, real quick? We got 10 minutes left.
Do we really?
Meat is murder.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, that attitude I got from that vegetarian that one time. The chicken quesadillas. You know, what's in the chicken quesadilla? I was like, well, chicken, cheese. And she's like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. Chicken a vegetable? Yeah, why don't you cut the head off?
Depends on your philosophical point
Pretty
of
much
view.
everything. Fuck it. The Kennedy drool.
That was fun.
So this was during like the State of the Union, like a rebuttal.
This was
or something?
after. Yeah, this
So
was
it was the
after the State of
rebuttal.
the Union.
And I didn't know this happened.
So
the
apparently-
Democratic response.
This guy doesn't have any fucking friends that are like, dude, you got shrimp tail sticking out of your mouth.
Hey, who knows if he? Okay, let's go simple plausibility here. He has chapped lip. It's wintertime.
I'll give him that if it was chapped lips and he like finger dipped in some Vaseline and was like,
He's
But
a Kennedy, so
That's
he's
even
just,
worse
he's
than
just,
drool, though.
Right,
That's just what I'm
right.
saying. Like,
He's in front of hot lights. You
but he
slap on
wasn't.
some
He
shit.
wasn't sweating.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Like chapstick has a lower melting temperature than your face.
right. That's why it's worse than drool.
And they
like,
had him in front of a
he's-
car.
If he's drooling,
What
it's
the
like,
hell?
if he's drooling, it's like, oh, he's having a stroke or something, you know.
gotta
It's
help this
like
guy
it's not
out.
cool, you know. Yeah, it's like, oh, poor guy, you know. But if it's just like like lukewarm lip chapstick drool, man, that's
I want to keep believing it was
like
drool.
you said, that is old money. Like new money could never get away with that shit. Like,
No.
oh, did you see him with his chapstick drool over there? No, his son's not going to yell. He's going to go to SUNY New Paltz.
Before I forget,
Like they're just gonna bury him for that shit. But old money can get away with that.
Yeah, he's,
I wanna
he's like
say-
one of the. I think he's the grandson of the guy who drowned that woman.
Fantastic.
What?
The Kennedy that drowned that woman.
Oh,
Was it Robert? Is he the one?
oh,
Yeah,
Ted.
Ted.
Well, he didn't drown
Well,
her. He
yeah.
just
Well-
didn't pull her out of the car.
Drowned.
Oh.
Yeah. I love that old ad, the Volkswagen Beetle ad, when I was a kid, because they would float for a bit, the old Volkswagen Beetles, and it said if Ted Kennedy were driving one of these, he might be president. I was like, that's right on the nose, man.
Ooh.
I want to stay political for a second. Did anybody actually watch the State of the Union? Last
Most
night?
of it, yeah.
Okay. Did you see Pelosi?
Paul Ryan.
Yeah, chewing on her dentures.
Okay, Pelosi, like just looking like a disgruntled frickin' just.
I
Wench.
rolled my eyes so hard when they said something about God and he went, "Ugh."
Oh yeah,
Oh, you fucking
Yeah.
douche.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I like Paul Ryan.
He's
I'll agree with that.
dreamy.
Okay,
No,
so-
I
He does have nice eyes.
his politics, I don't care. But that guy,
Pelosi's face
dreamy with that
during
widow's
so
peak
much
and
of it
everything.
was just utter disgust and just like she didn't want to be there. Okay, so I'm watching CNN
He's
today.
like the political version of Luke
Andrew
Schreiber.
Cuomo, or not Andrew Cuomo, Chris Cuomo, who is Andrew Cuomo's brother or
Uh-huh.
something on CNN, is interviewing Sarah Huckabee,
Mhm.
Sarah Sanders Huckabee,
Right.
She's a bucket of charm.
and he starts asking her about
Bucket of
the
something.
reactions that Democrats were giving Trump in the speech, and then specifically Pelosi.
Yeah.
She had the best fucking answer I ever heard. Now I'm going to paraphrase here, but it was basically
Go for it.
Chris was like, yeah, she was looking angry, she wasn't happy, she all this stuff, and she's like, no, I don't see that at all. Pelosi looks like that all the time. This has nothing to do with the Trump speech. That's her.
It's this
She
active.
doesn't-
It's
yeah.
active bitch face.
Yeah,
Is that what you
the
can call it, or
active
something?
bitch face, yeah.
Oh my God.
She's just that's what she looks like. She's that all the time, and I'm like, that's fantastic. The more and more I listen to Sarah Sanders Huckabee, I am liking her more and more over Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer, I would tune in
Her fingers
for the
are-
entertainment value.
You ever look at her hands? They're like midgety.
I did.
She got little muffin top hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, like they're a little
Uh,
smaller. They'd be sausages.
Yeah, no, she is getting more and
But
more.
she's full,
comfortable.
regular size.
Yeah, but she's getting more and more comfortable.
Normal size.
Not a midge.
Yeah, I'm not giving a fuck. And it's
Now we're gonna get letters. I'm sorry.
Dave doesn't care.
He writes
We're
in.
not done with Dave.
His handwriting is the same size as everybody else's. You'll never know.
Bunny is finally asleep as we're ending the show here.
The Benadryl.
That was a fast hour.
It is a fast hour. Every week, right here on Pipe Dream and the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. They can push it.
Oh,
Alexa, that's what she said.
I'm not sure.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
she's a pistol.
What did the ping pong ball say to the golf ball? Cute dimples.
I hate you, Alexa.
What's the difference between a golf ball and a G spot? Guy will spend a half an hour looking for a golf ball.
Heyo.
Wait for
Joke.
her to answer.
Did anybody text in or anything like that on the
No.
message?
No,
No.
no. There was.
The show scared her away.
I know I had saved an image that I wanted to bring up during the show that had to do with Alexa, and it was like a command.
I told you I can scare them all off.
Well done. Well,
Sorry, Joe.
capture it.
I don't know where you live yet.
Oh, here we go.
That just occurred to me.
Alexa,
I don't know where you
help
live
me
yet.
sleep.
I need to find this out now.
No, we're talking over Alexa.
Oh.
Alexa, help me sleep.
I have skills to help you fall asleep. Would you like to try ambient sounds? Fireplace sounds?
Ambient sounds.
There are multiple skills with that name. To learn more about each skill, see the Alexa app for more details.
Fuck you, Alexa.
Wow.
Alexa, sound like a cat. Alexa, sound like a cat.
She just shut off. She's like, nah.
Seriously, I'm not.
Oh, cool.
There it is. Oh, yuck.
All right.
Did you just say meow?
So? So that'll bring us to. Don't forget to check out Rabbit, aka Eric Stolhansky, at the Washington
Waterville Arsenal.
Damn it! Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Waterville
Joe's
Arsenal
there.
Pub, March 3rd. I'll be opening the show with Travis Steele and Eric Stolhansky and maybe some other members. Super Troopers up there. They're kicking off their Northeast tour.
That's the Broken Lizard guys.
Broken Lizard guys. And I'm going to be opening the show for them. Kicking
Super
off the tour.
Troopers
So it's
too.
it is a very, very nice honor. And
Kind of
in
a big deal.
I'll have more details later, but in April 10th, I'm going on the road featuring 2 shows in 2 different cities over 2 days.
Better fucking be
They're
back
gonna-
by Wednesday.
They're gonna I know, right? What the fuck is with okay, sorry. I just got a little
It's
hot
okay.
there for a second. You know, people fucking having wakes on a Wednesday. Man, it's rude.
Die on a Thursday.
Diana, fucking hang in there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got this.
Like
Got
tonight.
this.
Tonight we lost Mike to a birthday party. Man, that's some bullshit. You got some balls being born on a Wednesday, man.
Dick.
I'm good.
Sister.
Not even probably a real
He's never gonna.
No. I was gonna say, who even has a birthday party on a Wednesday anyway?
All right. So
someone who's like really strict, I think, because like mine fell on a Sunday, but I'm 44, so I didn't give a shit if it's Friday. I did it on a Friday.
Birthdays don't matter after you hit 30.
So we have to remember this Alexa command.
Which one
next
is
time
that?
during the show? Alexa, what should we talk about?
Okay, the skill conversation starter can help you with that. Let's try it.
Two
Here's
words
one.
that will make
What
you
does your own personal hell look like? How about your own personal heaven?
Wow. Alexa just got deep with 2 minutes, 1 minute left
Yeah.
in the show here.
your own personal
What is your
heaven.
personal hell or heaven? Maybe we'll discuss that next week.
Let's save that for table that one for next week.
We
I
got
don't
1
wanna
minute.
talk
Why
about-
not cram it into
I
1
don't
minute?
want to talk about that at all.
I can't.
All right.
Here's
I'll
one.
give you my
Who
personal
are the
hell.
3 greatest athletes of all time?
Oh, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, and Tom Brady. That's easy. Come on.
Here's one. What are some things you want to accomplish before you die?
Not pimping, popping blackheads off my cat's chin.
I'd like to be a really nice, well-mannered pimp.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of pimping,
Yeah, I would. I would like to be a nice, well-mannered pimp. Like, I don't have my money today. And I was like, well, you don't have my percentage? That's all right. You know,
a
cars-
well-mannered pimp just doesn't hit him with shoes.
No, you know.
That's the difference.
Yeah, you take a new
No
angle. You
shoes.
feel like it's
No
okay.
shoes.
The streets are cold enough. The pimp should be.
Why did this turn off?
You know, a little box of Joe, you know, and bring it around in your caddy and fill it out with a window. I don't know, some manners. You know, some nice, like fringe benefits.
You girls like some hot cocoa?
We hate her.
That bitch ain't on this corner.
Oh, we're touching. We're dipping our toe in the water and being like, nah, you guys aren't being cool.
Well, that's
But that's all right.
Time to step off the ledge.
Show. Jefferson, where can the kind people find you?
On dumbingitdownwithdave.com. Not really. They can't.
No, not
No.
even. No.
Well, no. Well, I got Twitter, but
Yeah, no.
I love that he still texts the laugh that we heard last year, that guy on the porch. I love that laugh. I got a raise at work. I got AIDS. It's so universal. Man. I love it.
yeah, it's great. I laugh every time I do it, too. It's funny.
My
'Cause I
dick bag
hear
broke.
Well, thank you all for tuning in once again. My friends call me 3D. We will see you next week right here on Pipe Dream on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network.
Bye-bye.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Don't need no stinking guests.
Well, it's because Mike didn't feel good yesterday. I was like, all right, I wasn't going to book anybody Monday. Tuesday, if he didn't feel good. Say anyone in the pants. So